Hey, what is up, guys? This is Miraculous, and today I am playing Serena. This is part 2, and I spent a little. Turns out you can't really save the game, so I spent a little time trying to figure out where exactly I was and getting back to the part. And this is the last part I left off on. And I'll continue. So we found out already she has blonde hair, which we found out from the comb. They were very, very naughty in bed, and she was religious and liked flowers, and he had blood pressure, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just go try to find the rest of the stuff and finish this. I might split this up into a couple parts, so there's only going to be one intro and one outro. So if I do another video and you're wondering why there's no
still can't understand
intro,
even the features of her face feel hazy and distant, like remnants of a broken dream.
If I don't do an intro every video, it's just going to be a continuation. So if you really want to know what's happening, watch this video or the video before that. But I pretty much gave you a recap, so you're fine. Okay, let's check this out. I don't
Come,
really read this
love,
particular.
with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Blue eyes.
I'm going to try to be quiet during the dialogue.
It's based
really
on an
important.
Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time.
Come on.
Maybe because that's so like life. My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old country.
Also, I realized that on mobile devices, my voice isn't coming out as loud, so I will be raising the decibel limit for my voice, so don't worry about if you're watching on your phone now or anything like your tablet, it'll sound a lot louder.
Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are
I did get a little help in the game from a friend. I found out once you do that, you're supposed to go sit in the chair.
This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it.
Also, I did find out this game is really weird. Oh, what? It's her face!
The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera.
It's her face!
It was a different world back then.
It's her face! Guys, it's her face! She's really ugly. It's her face. No offense, woman, but you ever hear of a facelift? They take it, they go boom.
My love, we don't have a lot of photos. The guy who snapped, my love, we don't have a lot. The guy who snapped, my love.
So I guess, nothing happens. Now that we know what she looks like, guys, that's definitely a turning point in the story. Let's go over here. Oh, God. I wonder if I can open the chest yet.
She is fairly religious. She always thought our
time.
relationship was a blessing. Her faith came as a surprise to me. She was never prudish about sex, so I just didn't expect it. I guess people simply aren't that predictable.
Remember how I told you they're like a sex-crazed couple? Yeah,
no,
I told you.
I don't want to read right now. I have no need for the words in there. I don't feel like being admonished by a deity right now. No, I don't want to read right now. I have no need for... I don't feel like being...
Okay, so that's
she
new dialogue
adored
happening.
all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. Maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. A plant is a plant. Beautiful to some. They say these things are alive. If they are, it must be a horrible existence, confined in their own silent, dark world.
Okay, so now it's turning kind of
different.
We
have much more interesting things than this plant inside the cabin. Like my books. A plant is a plant. They say these things are... We have much more. A plant is a plant. Beautiful to some.
There, we learned some other things, guys. So, we're going at a pretty good pace now.
The ticking begins to feel homey after a while. Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here. As long as we were together and the clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up,
Let's
it
try
keeps
to
going
open
out
up
of sync.
freaking trunk again.
Something draws me to this. We use this trunk. It's too painful. We found this trunk at a flea market.
Okay, so I guess I
We
still
used
can't
to
open
love
it.
rummaging around those in our
Let's go check
early
his
years.
books. He did say something about his books. Can I open this? No. Check first shelf.
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I?
Oh, what?
No. Of course not.
For all you guys that don't know, the Necronomicon is considered like the devil, the book of the dead. Okay, it's not a good thing. That's
Most of
definitely
the
something
books
to
are
be worried
mine,
about.
but all of hers are still here. A lot of rarities and
Okay, so
special
nothing new.
editions here. I didn't lend most of the books. A lot of rare. I didn't
Yeah,
lend out
we're
my
not
Necronomicon,
finding
did
any
I?
dialogue.
No.
Should probably check
Of
these
course,
shelves.
most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still
Don't
here
see
too.
anything.
A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, let's go check out
We
this.
had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. Truth be told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
You silly dolt. Here, give me that. Don't be such a child.
I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims. It belongs in a museum. An archaeologist could excavate the layers of food forever welded onto this and learn about the days when other beings ruled the earth. I think it
Okay.
dates from the it belongs in a museum.
Okay, nothing else, guys. Let's go check
The
out
dining
that photo
table
again.
was well worn even when we acquired the cabin.
Maybe something
You
will
could,
change.
we don't have a lot of the guy. My love. We don't. The guy who snapped this.
Yep,
our
nothing.
host that night. Our dining table. Quite modest, but
Ooh, there's a
they
door.
broke
We should
them.
probably check out the door. But let's wait a little bit, because I really don't want to go outside and miss anything. I'm going to try to take this kind of slowish. I really want to... God
That
damn
looks
it.
interesting.
I don't want to see your
You
nipples
can always
again.
try it.
It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding it. Commune
Perfume.
Evidence, Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already.
Okay,
It
that's
smells
just...
so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice? We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep
Okay.
looking at her things, remembering all the good and bad.
Okay, guys, so we're getting
Depends on how you
somewhere.
look at it. Either a wonderful sensory stimulant and aphrodisiac, or a subtle weapon in the mating rituals of Homo sapiens. We were happy for a long time. At
Okay,
least
we already read all
I
that.
think we were. These keys are for the cabin
Oh,
and the
you
car.
checked this last time. Crap. Anything else? Check in here. Blood
They
pressure?
prevent my blood pressure from sky. I'm generally not fond of taking medication. I find it hard to believe ingesting a few chemicals will do me much good in the long run.
Don't forget your pill, hun. I know you'd rather not, but you know it's for the best.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure. I'm only
Okay.
supposed to take these before meals. Not a big fan of them. They do tend to alleviate my headaches, though. Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure.
Okay, so there's some new dialogue there. Let's check right here. We've already checked this. Am I the only one that ticking the clock is starting to bother me? I swear. Anything down here? Nah, I don't really think there's anything that's gonna change. Let's go try to check out that door.
No, I don't want to leave right now. I better stay in case there's always a chance she might return.
How do you know she left? Oh, well, I guess since she's not here.
Big
check
enough
your
for a
guns.
life. We hated guns, so
Oh,
we never
more
had
dialogue.
any, even out here. but this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market. Big enough for a life. We hated guns. We found this trunk at a flea market.
Okay, guys, we found
We
some
used to love
new
rummaging
dialogue.
around those in our
Let's go
early
try hitting
years.
the lamps now. So what I also figured out from what my friend told me is that in this game you have to
For some
click on things
reason,
multiple
light bulbs
times,
wouldn't
and you have
last
to
long
go
in this
back to
lamp.
things.
2 days, 3 days tops, and bam, a brand new light bulb would burn out. Whenever her lamp didn't work, Serena would come by my side to read. A few moments later, she would lay her head down on my chest and fall asleep. The only reason this lampshade gathered less dust than the other one was that we had to keep putting new bulbs in this one. Because of
my
a
God.
wiring problem or whatever, this one always starts smelling sharply of metal after being on for a while.
Okay, so there's new dialogue.
Considering what a
That's good.
strong odor of metal this one gives off when in use, I guess we were lucky never to have an accident. The only reason this lampshade gathered less because of a wiring problem or
Okay,
whatever.
so we've already hit
This
all
one
those.
always quite a
Okay,
large
I'm gonna say-
armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it. And we all have our skeletons in the closet. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
read that.
why, but maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet
Oh,
anyway.
you're such an idiot, bro. Come on. Let's check out this
Unlike
lamp.
its sibling, this lamp would last for months. We brought the lamps with us when we got this place all those years ago. They were from a garage sale. The sun is streaming through the window. No reason to turn this on. I've always loved the hazy afternoon shades of this place. It's deep into summer, so there's a few hours left until it gets dark.
Okay, guys, we're actually getting somewhere.
Sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So they fought. They got in arguments a lot, so it's pretty
Sunlight
bad.
can be confusing, oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. Or is the stress finally catching up with me? The sunlight is so bright here. There's a crack in this window from a
Okay, so
tantrum
nothing
she
more to
threw
go
some
through.
time ago.
I don't think we have to go through there
All
again.
these metaphors and similes in my head. Light of my life. Make light. Wait, that's another kind of light. A lamp is a lamp, but to a writer, every mundane item triggers connections, and that leads to more. It seemed like neither of us could bother to properly wipe the lampshades. All these metaphors and similes
Okay,
in
we
my
checked
head.
all those.
Light of my life.
Let's go check
Make
the bookcase again.
Wait, that's
Or let's
another
check the
kind of
photo.
light.
Just check the photo.
My love, we don't have the guy who snapped this,
Nothing.
our
yeah.
host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then.
Let's get out of here. Check this painting. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was really weird. That's really weird.
Well, along with the bed, of course. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt.
Oh my
Of course,
god.
we made love here, too.
Oh my god.
There was no place in the
See
cabin
what I
we
told
didn't
you.
before things deteriorated.
In my opinion, he either killed her. You know, let's put bets right here. He either killed her or she left. One or the other.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me
Heard
try, even
the
if
chime
clumsily.
of the clock, that might be good something.
The hours I
Listen to
spent
this,
with
guys,
you when
okay?
we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as
Oh
if
my
holding
God,
its
okay.
breath, witnessing. And
We
then
read
you
this
toppled
last
us
time,
on
guys.
the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air, and the stillness all around. We lay back, and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. The luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like you can.
Okay, we read this before, guys. Oh, you hear that really creepy music?
Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you're feeling lost.
Oh God.
How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell.
Oh guys, stuff is
Unless there's
happening.